Welcome back to Mather Park for game number 2 between Case Western Reserve and the University of Chicago. Spartans took game number 1 4-2. We'll see if the Maroons can get a split here or if Case Western Reserve can get a sweep in this, the last regular season game of the season for both these teams. For the Maroons, a couple changes to the lineup versus game number 1. Not too many though. Got Madeline Murphy leading off, Natalie Anton batting second, Audrey Hoy hitting third, Layla Sims is hitting fourth, Ava Cyanide down to fifth, Tori Hughes is catching and she's hitting sixth, Anna Jensen hits seventh, Tilly Nelson hits eighth, and first pitch from Kylie Hosey inside and low for a ball. It's 1-0. Tilly Nelson hits eighth and is in third, and the pitcher for game number 2 is Delaney Romanchik, a senior from Tunkhannock, Pennsylvania. Second pitch from Hosey must have been a touch high. It's 2-0. For the Spartans, it's basically the same lineup, one change for Case Western Reserve, and that's in right field. Nyla Durham will start the game in right field. The 2-0 pitch, that's driven to center field. Jagoda on her way and makes a running catch on the warning track, runs into the wall, so that's out number 1. The outfield for the Spartans is Rieger, Jagoda, and Durham. The infield, Bisberry, Karen Potts, Kai Gross, Bella Russo, Caitlin Lamb behind the plate, and Kylie Hosey in the circle. Natalie Anton to the plate. Anton went 0 for 3 in the first game with a strikeout. You'll be hearing that a lot, as Lexi Miskey struck out a program record tying 14 batters in a 4-2 win. First pitch from Hosey, and that's over on the outside part of the plate for a strike. It's 0-1. This season, Hosey 12-1. This is her 21st appearance, her 15th start, 2.30 ERA. She has 2 complete games and 2 combined shutouts and a save. The 0-1, also on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-2. That one's slightly further out. We'll see if she goes even further out on this third pitch. Hosey this season, 46 strikeouts in 76 innings. Opponent's batting average 244. A different look than Lexi Miskey. The 0-2 popped up, and that goes out of play. Count remains 0-2. We'll see how things change here in game number 2. Start time was 4:43. We were delayed in the first game by about an hour. It's the 0-2 pitch, and that's called strike 3. Hosey gets the outside corner, and that's strikeout number 1 here for her in the first inning.
Now batting number 14, Audrey Hoy.
So Audrey Hoy will step up to the plate now, the number 3 hitter in this lineup, the center fielder, hitting .326 now this season. In game 1, Hoy was 1 for 3. She grounds that one to Potts, a slow roll. We'll see if she gets it in time, and she gets it by half a step. So 1-2-3 inning for Kylie Hosey in the first 9-pitch inning. Maroons go down without a hit. We head to the bottom of the first. No score. Just about ready to start the bottom of the first inning here in a scoreless game between Case Western Reserve and Chicago. In the circle for the Maroons, it's Delaney Romanchik, the senior from Tunkhannock, Pennsylvania. She went to Wyoming Seminary High School there in PA. And this is potentially her last game with the Maroons. This season, Romanchik is 5-1. This is her 11th appearance, her 10th start. She has a 3.06 ERA, 2 complete games. She's thrown 32 innings. For the Maroons, Paige Hefka has really thrown the majority of their innings as Karen Potts steps to the plate. That pitch low for a ball. It's 1-0. Hefka's thrown 112 of their 218 innings coming into today. She had another 6, so 118 out of 226. As Potts drives that one past the first baseman, and that'll be a base hit. So a leadoff single from Karen Potts through the right side. Put a runner on base with nobody out for Kai Gross, who had a 3-hit game in game number 1. She's getting close on 400 on the season, her batting average. Romanchik is one of the 4 other pitchers for the Chicago staff. Is that pitch way outside? Looked like a setup there for a ball, 1-0. Karen Potts this season on the base pass, 22 stolen bases on 25 attempts. So 1-0 the count on Gross. And that pitch outside for a ball. Potts does run and throw not in time. So stolen base for Karen Potts. She's on second now with nobody out. As Kai Gross is in a favorable count, it's 2-0 on the senior. So Gross at the plate looking to drive in the first run of the game. And she drives that one deep to center field. That ball is over the fence. A 2-run homer for Kylie Gross. That's her team leading 8th of the season. And the Spartans are out to an early 2-0 lead here in game number 2. So Kai Gross had a hitter's count. Got a pitch she liked, put a drive into it and hit it just over the center field fence. Not into the woods, but nearly there. And that's home run number 8 for her this season. For her career, home run number 22. As that pitch to Stevie Rieger, high and tight for a ball. She has to duck out of the way. It's 1-0. Rieger in game number 1 went 1 for 4 with a run scored. Kai Gross continues her hot-hitting day. And Rieger fouls that one back. It's 1-1. So for Kai Gross, home run number 22 breaks a tie for 6th place for her career in program history. She's now all alone in 6th. The 1-1 to Stevie catches the outside portion of the plate. It's 1-2. It's also RBIs number 116 and 117 for the senior. Rieger, another senior, takes a pitch in the dirt. It's 2-2 now. The 2-2 offering fouls that one off. It's still 2-2. So the Spartans with an early 2-0 lead in this game. 2-run home run off the bat of Kylie Gross. They won the first one 4-2, looking for the sweep here to end the regular season. Case Western Reserve now 33-6 on the year. Chicago 25-9. As Rieger waits on that one and fouls it towards the batting cages. It's still 2-2. Go to bat here from Rieger. Pitch number 7 coming up. For the Spartans, it's a 2-2 pitch, fouled off again. You're not getting one in fair territory, just spoiling a bunch of pitches. The Spartans, this is their last regular season game, but they will be playing in the postseason after winning the University Athletic Association for the 3rd straight season. The regional round of the NCAA Division III championships begin on Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday this season, this week coming up. The 2-2 to Stevie. Fouls it off again, still 2-2. Got a bat here, pitch number 9 coming up for Stevie. So the Spartans will find out who they face and where they're going on Monday in a selection show at 11 a.m. The last 2 seasons, Case Western Reserve has hosted regionals here at Mather Park. 2-2, and Stevie grounds that one. Gloved by the third baseman in front of the bag and thrown over to first. A great play by Nelson there to get that one and get the speedy Stevie out at first. So 1 down now here in inning number 1.
Now batting number 6.
Gonna bring up Biz Barry. Barry, the sophomore, was 1 for 2 in the first game with 2 runs driven in. She also walked. For Chicago, this is their last scheduled game of the regular season. As the first pitch is grounded again to Nelson. She grabs it on a couple hops, throws it over, and another out. So after a 10-pitch at bat for Stevie, Biz Barry's down on pitch number 1. That'll bring up Bella Russo.
Number 11, Bella Russo.
Russo in game number 1 went 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. However, in between games, she also helped cook hot dogs for the team and the staff. As that pitch on the outside corner for a strike, it's 0-1. And during the last doubleheader for the Spartans, Bella did that, and she hit a home run. So we'll see if the Bella Glizzy magic is in play here. The 0-1 to Russo in the dirt for a ball. It's 1-1. Season, Russo hitting .350 with that home run. She's driven in 23 and scored 27 times. Take a look at the regional rankings. 1-1 outside for a ball, 2-1. Regional rankings from the NCAA are used for at-large bid selection. Spartans don't need to worry about them. Chicago shows up 7th in Region 8 as that pitch low for ball, 3-1. So 7th in Region 8, which is a pretty deep region. You got WashU at number 2, Wisconsin Oshkosh at number 1, Whitewater at 3, a couple other Wisconsin schools as well as Illinois Wesleyan. The 3-1, that's over for a strike. Runs the count full, 3-2. So an outside chance for the Maroons to maybe make it to the tournament, but they're going to need some work. Lots of favorites they want to win conference championship tournaments. And that's strike 3. Bella Russo goes down swinging, but a 2-run home run from Kylie Gross gives the Spartans a 2-0 lead as we head into the second inning. Layla Sims to lead off the second inning for the Maroons. Sims in game number 1 went 1 for 3, but she did have that home run in the second inning. We'll see if she can duplicate that feat here after the Maroons went 1-2-3 in the first. Pitch over for a strike. It's 0-1. Kylie Hosey with an 8-pitch first inning. Tied the Maroons in order, and Kai Gross with a 2-run home run in the bottom half to give Case Western Reserve an early 2-0 lead here. The 0-1 from Hosey. Off speed, driven into left field. That's a base hit. So not a home run here for Sims, but she is on again with a base hit. So a leadoff single will bring up Ava Sinai. Sinai, who went 1 for 3 in the last game with 2 strikeouts. Hitting .319 now this year with 2 home runs and 15 runs batted in. Sims on first. 19 for 20 on stolen base attempts. So threat to steal there. First pitch from Hosey. She's not running. Pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. See what Chicago has on here. They did score one of their runs in the previous game. That was on a first and third play with. And there goes Sims. Ball in the dirt. Going to be a tough play, and she's in sliding with a stolen base. I believe that pitch was a ball. So Sims is now on second. Sinai with a 1-1 count. Check with the home plate umpire. Indeed it is. 1-1. See what Sinai can do now with a runner in scoring position and nobody out in the second inning. That pitch fouled back. 1-2. Hosey, not much of a strikeout pitcher, especially compared to her teammate Lexi Miskey. Just 47 now in 77 innings. However, she's still effective. A 2.27 ERA. Opponent's batting average under 250. 1-2 offering. That's inside for a ball. Sims is off, and she's in without a throw. So after a leadoff single, Lila Sims steals second and third. And she's over there with a 2-2 count on Sinai. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. That'll run the count full. Good stop by Caitlin Lamb. Prevent Sims from coming in on that. Maroons looking to get on the board here. They trail 2-0. Still early. Top of the second here in game number 2. Chicago looking to end the season, at least the regular season, on a high note. Full count offering. Just a bit outside. Maybe a touch high. That's ball 4. So Sinai is on with a walk. Maroons now with runners at the corners. And the catcher, Tori Hughes, will come to the plate. Tori is did not play in the first game this season, batting .360 on the season. We'll see what the Maroons have in store with runners at first and third and nobody out. First pitch. Runner goes off for second. Throw to Kai Gross. She'll throw back to Lamb, and the runner is out at the plate. So well executed there by the Spartans. Get the runner out at home. They're checking to see now. And that's the third base coach for the Maroons, whether there was interference, if she was blocking the plate, perhaps. Some sort of delayed call is what she's looking for, but does not get it from the home plate umpire. So, still 1 out. Call stands. So 2-4-2 on the putout there. Sinai over to second. So runner on second now. 1 out for the Maroons. Pitch from Hosey. And that's driven through the left side for a base hit. And they'll hold the runner, Sinai, coming home. So she'll stop at third. So 1 out now and runners at the corners. A hit there for Hughes. As the Maroons are in the same situation they were just a moment ago. Runners on the corners now with 1 out. Anna Jensen to the plate. Game 1. As that pitch is over for a strike, it's 0-1. Jensen in game 1 went 1 for 3, struck out once. She would have scored if she wasn't replaced with a pinch runner. Jensen, the sophomore from Irvine, California. 0-1, fouls it back, it's 0-2. So 0-2 count on Jensen. Runners at the corners for the Maroons. The Chicago's trying to cut into their 2-0 deficit. It's the 0-2 offering. Swings at a pitch way outside as Bella Russo unable to get it. And a run will score, and Jensen will be on with a fielding error. So Bella Russo, I think, thinking about trying to get the run at home, unable to cleanly field the ball. And Jensen will get a run home. That'll be an RBI because that run would have scored anyway. Hughes will move over to second. Sinai will score. It's now 2-1. Case Western Reserve.
Now batting number 17, Tilly Nelson.
Tilly Nelson to the plate with runners on first and second. Runners on first and second, still one out. As Kylie Hosey looking to get out of this. She was able to get an out at home, but otherwise, all of the Maroons have reached so far in this inning. Gets a call there on the outside part of the plate. It's 0-1. Hosey needs to just keep trying to work that outside part of the plate, as the Maroons aren't really swinging at it, and when they are, they're weak ground balls over to Russo. Or anywhere on the infield, really. The 0-1, and that's low. She was trying for the outside corner, but missed low. It's 1-1. Nelson at the plate in game number 1 went 1 for 3. The 1-1, she grounds that one hard but foul. The third baseline almost hits her third base coach. So 1-2 now on Nelson, the third baseman for Chicago. Maroons looking to tie the game. Runner in scoring position, another runner at first. One down in the second inning. Here's the pitch. And that's outside, but swung on a miss, strike 3. So the second strikeout of the day for Kylie Hosey, and it's a big one. It's 2 outs here in the inning. We're going to have a pinch hitter here. It'll be 23. So Romanchik was in the lineup as the pitcher. Romanchik was in the lineup as a batter, but looks like the Maroons will use a plethora of pinch hitters for her instead. We'll start with 23, Maya Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now batting for Maroons,
Martinez,
number 23,
who was a pinch hitter in the first game,
Martinez.
was 1 for 1. Romanchik this season was 0 for 1, so I'd imagine she is not normally a hitter. So we'll see who else the Maroons will put in this spot in the lineup. Martinez here, 2 outs, 2 runners on for Chicago. As there's a pitch over the plate, she half swung. Assuming it's called a swinging strike there. Just well out in front of that Kylie Hosey changeup. The 0-1 on it this time, but fouled back. It's 0-2, and Hosey 1 strike away from getting out of danger. Chicago scored a run. First they had runners on first and third, no outs. Couldn't score there. Runner thrown out at the plate. Then with first and third and 1 out, they scored a run on an error. The 0-2, and that's called strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. Hosey with a pair of strikeouts, but the Maroons score a run. Case Western Reserve leads 2-1. We head to the bottom half of the second. Bottom of the second here from Mather Park in Cleveland. Case Western Reserve with a 2-1 lead now of the University of Chicago. The Spartans took the first game 4-2, looking for the sweep here. They've scored 2 runs on a Kylie Hosey is the pitcher. A Kylie Gross home run. Kayla Nutter to the plate, the senior DP, swings and misses at a strike. It's 0-1. After giving up hits to the first 2 batters, Delaney Romanchik got 3 straight outs to end the first inning. We'll see what Nutter can do. Nutter, who was 0 for 2 with an RBI, fouls that one back. It's 0-2. 0 for 2 with an RBI in the first game and a walk. That walk was with the bases loaded and brought in a run. So Nutter at the plate. She's down quickly 0-2. And that pitch way outside in the dirt for a ball. It's 1-2. We've seen Hosey. Now we're going to see Delanchik try to work the outside corner. Sorry, Delaney Romanchik. Try to work the outside part of the plate as they've been getting calls on the outside portion here today. At least in this second game. Swung and a miss. That's strike 3. Ball's in the dirt, and Nutter will not even try. So a strikeout. Strikeout number 2. Back-to-back for Romanchik. As Caitlin Lamb steps to the plate. Game 1.
Number 2, Caitlin Lamb.
Lamb was 0 for 1 with an RBI and a walk. Catching both games of this doubleheader. First pitch, inside low for a ball. It's 1-0. Lamb at the plate this season hitting .258, 13 runs driven and 8 runs scored. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Off speed there. Lamb was, I don't know if she wasn't expecting it or just off on that. Counts even at 1. The pitch. Bit ready there for the off speed. Fouls it back though. It's 1-2. So Romanchik in her second inning of work. She retired 4 in a row, looking to make it 5. The 1-2. Low and outside. It's 2-2. Counts even. Here's the pitch. And that's called strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. So 3 strikeouts in a row now for Romanchik as the center fielder Keller Jagoda will step up to the plate. Jagoda 0 for 3 in the first game with a strikeout as well, we'll see what's going on here. The home plate umpire has been generous on the outside portion of the plate today. Head coach Josie Henry out to talk to the umpire. She's checking. I think she's just checking to see if they followed proper protocol on the entry there on the pitcher. So Romanchik is in the starting lineup in the 9 position. She was pitch hit for in the last inning, and I think maybe the Spartan bench wasn't told that she was coming back in as the pitcher. So a bit of concern there from Case Western Reserve, unfounded though. So Jagoda to bat with 2 outs and no one on. Swing and a miss, that's strike 1. Romanchik, the senior. History, philosophy, and social studies of science and medicine major. That pitch well in the dirt and outside for a ball. It's 1-1. For her career, this is appearance 49, start number 39. She's 15-15 in her career. Jagoda grounds that one to the second baseman. An easy play on to first and a 1-2-3 inning for this senior from Pennsylvania as the Spartans go down quickly. However, they still lead 2-1 as we head to the 3rd. Maddie Murphy is the lead off the third inning for the Maroons. Murphy flew out in her first at bat today. However, she's hitting .450 this year. The best hitter by batting average on the Chicago team. Grounds that one, first pitch right back to Kylie Hosey. He throws on to first for the out. It looked like the home plate umpire signaled it was a line out. We're going to score that as a line out. Home plate umpire very quickly made an out signal. As Kylie Hosey grabbed that ball on the dirt and then threw it over to Bellarusso. Either way, it's an out. Natalie Anton to the plate. Anton, .414 hitter. She's 0-for-1 today with a strikeout. First pitch swinging, grounds it over to Kai Gross. Gross over to Russo. And 2 pitches, 2 outs for Chicago here in the third. Number 3 hitter Audrey Hoy to the plate. Hoy grounded out in her first at bat. So if I remember correctly, the Maroons in the first inning went down 1-2-3 on 8 pitches. And now 2 pitches, 2 outs here in the top of the third. With the same 3 batters up. Taking there, it's a ball in the dirt, 1-0. So for Hoy, it's a 1-0 count. That pitch down and in for a ball. It's 2-0. Hoy struck out. Or no, I'm sorry. She grounded out. 2-0. There's a ball. Should be 3-0 now. The center fielder for the Maroons, Hoy from Georgia. This is her first year with the program. That pitch is over for a strike, 3-1. So after retiring the first 2 batters on 2 pitches, Kylie Hosey went 3-0 on Hoy. I'm going to come back here. Got a strike, 3-1 now. And that pitch is a strike. Spinner there, runs the count full, 3-2. He's trying to work that outside part of the plate, and I feel like the batters need to adjust. That pitch has been called at least these first 2 innings pretty consistently. Full count offering. Inside and low, ball 4. So the first walk of the day given up by Kylie Hosey to Audrey Hoy, and she's on first now with 2 down. Layla Sims to the plate. She led off the second with a single, stole second, stole third, and was out at home on a first and third play. Homered in game number 1, so 2 hits today already. That's a strike. Hoy is over at first. On the season, 8 for 9 in stolen base attempts. That pitch well inside as Sims had to jump out of the way. It's 1-1. Stopped by Lamb back there. It was all over the place. Both game 1 and game 2. Stopping balls from coming to the backstop. The 1-1. Runner holds, pitches outside for a ball. It's 2-1. Ava Sinai is on deck. She also walked today. So, sorry, 2 walks for Kylie Hosey. The 2-1 pitch. That's popped up in foul territory, but behind third is Biz Berry. She calls off everyone and hauls it in. So the Maroons get a 2-out walk, but do not score. Case Western Reserve leads 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third inning, it's Nyla Durham leading off for the Spartans. Durham, who appeared in game one, but only as a pinch runner, making the start in right field here in game number 2. Durham hitting 200 this season, the first year from Akron. Grounds that first pitch to the shortstop. 2-hop throw over to first and throws in the dirt, not in time. So Durham with an infield single. I don't think a good throw would have beat her anyway. It's a tough hop there.
Now batting number 12.
Maddie Murphy handled that at short. She did as well as she could. Threw it over to first. Throw was in dirt, a little bit hard to handle, and now Durham's on first. Top of the order, Karen Potts to the plate. Takes a strike, it's 0-1. Potts singled in her first at bat and scored on the Kai Gross home run. The only runs today for in this game for Case Western Reserve. 2-1 they lead. 0-1. Durham's off. Throw her knees. Good throw by the catcher, but not in time. As Durham's on second base now with a stolen base. Should be 1-1. So a 1-1 count on Potts, who has traded off with Stevie Rieger as the top hitter in this lineup. Potts will ground that one to the second baseman. Tough play for the second baseman, and not in time. So a pair of infield singles for the Spartans puts runners on the corners with nobody out.
17,
Kylie Gross to the plate, who took a 2-0 pitch deep over the wall in center field in her first at-bat, looking for more here. Runners on the corners with nobody out. First pitch to her, she's taking. Potts is stealing. No chance to get her, and really not much of a play there for the Maroons, as Potts will be in with the stolen base. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Kai Gross, as that pitch was a strike. So 0-1 the count on Kai. Way outside for a ball, it's 1-1. This season, Kai Gross leads the team with the runs driven in. She's up to 49 now. The 1-1 pitch, outside and low for a ball, 2-1. I don't know if the Maroons are trying to work around Kai, set up a force at any base. Stevie Rieger is not an easy out herself. She's hitting 430 coming into today's game. 2-1, outside again. Kai takes it the other way. Sims has a beat on it. She gets it near the line. Throw home, but Durham is safe with the slide. So a sac fly for Kai Gross down the left field line. Brings in Durham. And Potts will move over to third on that. So a sacrifice fly RBI number 50 on the year for Gross. Makes the score 3-1.
Now batting number 20, Stevie Rieger.
So Rieger at the plate, hitting 420 this season, with Potts on third, looking to score to increase the team's lead. Rieger 0 for 1 today. First pitch over for a strike, it's 0-1. For Kai Gross now, an interesting statistic if you're curious about these things. That's sacrifice fly number 9 for her career. The 0-1 Stevie fouled up the third baseline, it's 0-2. That ties the program record in a bit of an obscure category. Ties her with Lauren Woltz, who just went into the Spartan Club Hall of Fame 2 weeks ago. Lauren Woltz known for much more than her sacrifice fly hitting ability, but either way, another program record tied for Kai Gross. The 0-2 to Rieger. Outside and low for ball, it's 1-2. Saw Hughes set up on the outside part of the plate, really working the outer half here. 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, Rieger thinks she went. She must have, because she's called out at first. So strikeout swinging, she's out 2-3. I mean, I don't know why she ran if she wasn't 100% sure, but I guess that's smart softball. Two down now for the Spartans. Potts still at third. Bisberry to the plate. Barry 0 for 1 today. Fouls off the first pitch at the plate. 0-1-1. Biz in game number 1 had 2 runs driven in. 2 of the 4 runs for the Spartans. Case Western Reserve already up 3-1 here in game number 2. Kai Gross with all 3 runs batted in. 2-run homer in the first and a sacrifice fly in the third. The 0-1 pitch. That's hit on the ground up the middle. Good stab by the second baseman. And a great play there by Jensen. Able to get Bisberry at first, and the side is retired. However, the Spartans score again. They now lead 3-1. Ava Sinai to the plate for Chicago here on the top of the 4th inning. The Maroons now trail Case Western Reserve 3-1. Chicago with their 1 run in the 2nd inning. That was a run-scoring error with runners on first and third. Sinai, no official at bat today. She looks at a strike on the outside part of the plate. It's 0-1. Sinai now batting .319 this year, 2 home runs, 15 driven in. She scored 13 times. The 0-1 pitch inside for a ball, 1-1. Sinai, the senior from Marion Station, Pennsylvania, drives that one to center field, but Jagoda is under it. She'll make the play for out number 1. Tori Hughes to the plate.
Now batting, number 25, Tori Hughes.
Hughes, the catcher from Rutland, Massachusetts. She went to Wachusett Regional High School. Imagine that's in the Boston area. Looks at the first pitch is over for a strike. 0-1. Hughes got a hit in her first at bat. So she's 1 for 1 today. Now hitting .385 with 6 runs batted in. The 0-1 to her. Over on the inside part of the plate for a strike. It's 0-2. Hosey working both sides of the plate. Now able to get the inside portion called. Kylie Hosey so far today, 3 strikeouts. She's up to 49 for the season. The next one will be her 50th. And there it is. As Pugh swings at the ball in the dirt and throw on to first for out number 2. So strikeout swinging 2-3 if you're scoring at home. Strikeout number 4 for Hosey. And that's 18 strikeouts for Spartan pitchers today. In game number 1, Lexi Miskey struck out. Well, she tied a program record with 14 strikeouts in a 7-inning game. Tied her own program record, actually. And now Hosey with 4 in inning number 4. That first pitch on the inside part of the plate, strike 0-1. Not actually a surprise, at least for me personally, looking at the stats. Coming into today's game, the Maroons have struck out 125 times in 909 at-bats, which, as that pitch swung on and missed, it's 0-2. It's about 14%. Bring out my calculator, see actually how much that is. 13.7. Estimate 14% there. Though 18 in what is now 11 innings. It's kind of a lot. The 0-2. Hosey wanted the call there. She didn't get it. It's 1-2. Anna Jensen at the plate. 1-2 pitch inside, and it hits her on the elbow, and the home plate umpire awards her first base. So Jensen on with a hit by pitch. She's 0 for 1 today.
Now batting, number 17.
But she's reached twice.
Tilly
Once on an air and once on a hit bats person. Tilly Nelson to the plate. Tilly 0 for 1 with a strikeout. The third baseman in this Chicago lineup. Tilly from Lima, Ohio. First pitch way outside for ball. It's 1-0. That's Lima, not Lima, for all you non-Ohio folks out there. And imagine her family. At least some of them are here today. Lima not too far away from Cleveland. The 1-0. That catches the outside part of the plate. 1-1. I don't know why Hosey just doesn't throw the pitch there every time if she can hit that location. Batters are either taking it or they're reaching out and trying to hit it and not able to get good contact on it. 1-1. Same spot. That's popped up foul, and Bella Russo with a lot of effort unable to get that. Brings the count to 1-2. Would have been a really tough play because that was a low liner. Ended up right near the Spartan dugout. So 1-2 on Tilly. Two down, runner on first. Here's the pitch, outside and high for ball. It's 2-2. Imagine that's probably why Hosey doesn't aim for that location every time, because he hasn't been able to hit it with as much consistency as you would like. And then when you miss, it's way outside. Counts even at 2 down here in the fourth. Inside and hits her. No, but she was in the box. So is that a strike? If it's a strike, then that's the end of the game. Oh, he's just saying she leaned into it. So the home plate umpire rules that Tilly Nelson leaned into the pitch as opposed to leaning out, so that's just a ball. Runs the count full, 3-2. If that pitch is in the zone, it's strike 3. But it wasn't, so hit by pitch, or not a hit by pitch. Just runs the count full, 3-2. And swung and missed, strike 3. So Tilly Nelson down swinging for the second time today. Strikeout number 5 for Kylie Hosey. Once again, the Maroons get a runner on, but unable to score. Head to the bottom of the fourth, 3-1. Case Western Reserve. Bottom of the fourth inning here from Mather Park. If those of you are curious about the esoterics of the rules here in NCAA softball, that was Rule 11.13.3.1 Tilly Nelson, where she was struck by the pitch but made no attempt in the umpire's judgment to avoid the pitch or obviously tried to get hit by the pitch. First pitch to Bella Russo is over for a strike. It's 0-1. Russo 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. So Nelson was not awarded first base and ended up striking out to end the road half of the fourth. Russo swings at the pitch drives that one past the pitcher's glove and into center field, a base hit for Bella Russo. She's on with a leadoff single. So the Spartans have scored in the first and third innings, leadoff singles in the first and third innings, actually both by Karen Potts. Kayla Nutter to the plate. Nutter also struck out swinging her first at bat, hitting .231 on the season. First pitch to her, shows bunt. Unable to get it down, that's a strike. It's 0-1. Interesting to see Nutter, I guess, sacrificing herself over. Caitlin Lamb on deck. Unable to get that one down either. It's now quickly 0-2 on the DP. We'll see if head coach Josie Henry keeps the bunt on here or takes it off with 2 strikes. Nutter at the plate. No batting gloves for her. The 0-2 pitch. And that's called strike 3 on the outside corner. So Nutter down looking for the first out of the inning. Strikeout number 5 for Delaney Romanchik. That outside corner, less of a corner, more of a window for these pitchers. They can get it through that window, it'll be called a strike. So Caitlin Lamb to the plate, 0 for 1. She also struck out. Pops that one up over the third baseman's head, and that'll land in front of the left fielder, a base hit. So first pitch swinging from Caitlin Lamb. She's aboard with a single. Russo goes station. The station was over to second.
Now batting, number 13, Kella.
Head coach Josie Henry motioning here. Looks like she's, oh no, she's just going to put a play on. I thought maybe she was going to put in a new runner or something. And now she might still do that. So we're going to have a pinch runner here at first base for Caitlin Lamb. Who's it going to be? It'll be Tara Fritcher. Fritcher, the sophomore from Versailles, Ohio. She ran in the first game as well. I think also for Lamb. So Fritcher now on at first after Lamb singled. Russo still at second. Kella Jagoda to the plate with 2 runners on. Jagoda 0 for 1 today with a ground out. And Brady here in the lineup looking to turn it over. First pitch, grounds it past the third baseman. And Bella Russo gets into third safely. Might have an argument there for obstruction on the shortstop, but see if Josie Henry says anything. I don't think there. Bella Russo, could argue, was impeded there. But I don't think Spartans need it, as the bases are loaded for Nyla Durham. Nyla Durham already 1 for 1 today, an infield single. Durham looking for her 5th RBI. First pitch, it hits her. We'll see. She's awarded first. So a run-scoring hit-by-pitch for Nyla Durham. And she's the 3rd batter we've seen hit by a pitch today. The 2nd one awarded first base. As out to the circle goes University of Chicago assistant coach. So run scores is now 4-1 Case Western Reserve. Spartans looking to expand their lead here in the 4th. 4 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. The Maroons with just 1 run on just 2 hits, no errors. Case Western Reserve has yet to walk in this game. Chicago's walked twice so far today. Top of the order now for Case Western Reserve to be Karen Potts, 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a run scored. Potts, the first year from... Where's she from? The first year from North Potomac, Maryland. So Potts at the plate, bases are loaded. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. Romanchik in the circle. She's given up 4 runs, all earned on 7 hits, but she does have the 5 strikeouts. The 1-0 to Potts. Grounds out one of the second basemen. Comes home. And Fritcher will be safe. Jensen, the second baseman, hesitated on that. On that force play at the plate. Double clutched it. And by the time she was able to get it to the catcher, was unable to get the runner out at home. So Potts on with a fielder's choice. And Fritcher scores, making the score 5-1. Kai Gross now to the plate. Gross has driven in 3 of the 5 runs. First pitch to her in the dirt for a ball to 1-0. Gross with a 2-run home run in the first inning, a sacrifice fly in the third inning. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning, Case Western Reserve leads 5-1. Bases loaded, 1 out. The 1-0. She lines that one in the left center field gap, and then it'll get down for extra bases. Jagoda will score. Durham will score. Potts is on her way. As that ball played the plate, no play made. 3 runs will score. 5, 4, and Gross is out. That was 2-5-4 on that. So an RBI double, 3 RBI double for Kai Gross. But she's out on the bases, 2-5-4. So 2 outs now, and the bases are empty for Case Western Reserve.
Now batting, number 20, Stevie Rieger.
So Stevie Reed to the plate, bases empty, 2 outs. Case Western Reserve now leads 8-1. They need 1 more run to force in the run rule. That's a ball inside. It's 1-0. Stevie at the plate, drives this one over the center fielder's head on a great catch there. That was Hoy out there in center who raced back and caught that one on the track, able to catch it for the 3rd out. So the side is retired, but not before Case Western Reserve scores 5 in the 4th. They now lead 8-1. Pitching change for the Spartans here in the top of the 5th inning, as well as a new hitter for Chicago. It's Dev Misra in the circle for the Spartans. Misra, the sophomore, 1-1 this season with a 3.27 ERA. This is her 10th appearance. She's thrown 15 innings. Misra, the sophomore from Aldie, Virginia, is her first pitch. High for a ball. It's 1-0. The new hitter for Chicago is Nicole Wong. And a pitch outside for a ball. It's 2-0. Wong, a sophomore from La Cañada, California, went to La Cañada High School out there in SoCal. Listed as a right-handed pitcher, actually. Bats from the left side, though. The 2-0. And there's a strike. It's 2-1. So Wong to the plate. She's hitting for Romanchik. Romanchik is in the lineup as the pitcher, but not hitting for herself today. The 2-1 from Misra. Swung and missed at strike 2. Top of the 5th inning, after a 5-run fourth from the Spartans, made the score 8-1 here. They're looking to hold Chicago and score one more to end this game in 5. The 2-2, outside and low for ball. It's 3-2. So full count now on Wong, the pinch hitter here. Full count offering is fouled back. Keeps the count full at 3-2. So pitch number 7 of this at bat for the pinch hitter. Getting a good look at Def Misra. Misra has appeared in relief for the Spartans often throughout the year. And that pitch is low, ball 4. So a 7-pitch walk for Wong as she's on first. Bring up the top of the order, Maddie Murphy. So Murphy to the plate.
Number 7, Maddie Murphy.
Murphy 0 for 2 today. 2 flyouts. Now batting .446 on the season. Pops that one up. It's going to be a tough play for Jagoda. She makes a diving attempt and it comes off her glove. So a hit to center field for Murphy. First pitch swinging. As Wong will move over to second. And 2 on here for the Maroons.
Number 16, Natalie Anton.
Natalie Anton to the plate. Anton also 0 for 2 today. With 2 strikeouts. Sorry, 1 strikeout and a ground out. She struck out looking her last at bat. Pitch to her. That's over for a strike. 0-1 is the count. So Wong is on second, pinch hitter. Murphy, the leadoff hitter, on first. No outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Chicago looking to cut into their deficit. They're down 8-1. That pitch outside for a ball. 1-1 now. Apologies about the live stats if you're following along with that. Having some technical issues and they're a bit behind, so get those caught up when we can. Right now, just have my dulcet tones for now. Pitch high for a ball. 2-1. Anton at the plate. Hitting .411 this year. Fouls that one off. Evens the count at 2-2. The freshman from Los Angeles, Harvard Westlake graduate. Famous school, Harvard Westlake. She pops that one up just over the reach of Karen Potts. It goes into left field, and that'll be a base hit. Rieger tried to make a play at third there on Wong, but Wong beat the throw into third. So a single to left field loads the bases for the Maroons. As Caitlin Lamb and Bella Russo out to talk to Def Misra. Obviously, head coach Josie Henry trying to get Misra some innings here, especially in this, the last game of the regular season. But not at the expense of allowing runs. So we'll see how long of a leash she gives her. Bases loaded. She doesn't let her run across. Next batter here, Audrey Hoy. Hoy 0 for 1 today. As the Maroon head coach is out to talk to the home plate umpire with lineup card in hand. We'll see what we get here. We'll do a pinch runner. It'll be 3. Looks like. Yes, 3. So that's Bree Leach out there to run.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now running at first base for Chicago, number 3, Bree Leach.
So Bree Leach out running at first base for Anton. Leach, the sophomore from Montclair, New Jersey, Montclair High graduate.
Number 14, Audrey Hoy.
This season, Leach is her 16th appearance. She's 3 for 3 on stolen base attempts. She's not stealing here. The bases are loaded, but just getting more speed on the base pass for the Maroons. First pitch now to Hoy. And she drives that one to right field. They'll get down for a base hit. 1 run will score, and that's all the Maroons will get. So first pitch swinging was Hoy. Drives that one in front of the right fielder, Durham, and brings a run in. So a walk and then 3 straight singles leads to a run for Chicago. And this will answer my question as to how long a Leach Def Misra had. Not that long. As Jenna Yaklich comes into pitch. So the day is done for Misra. She did not retire a batter. Faced 4, gave up a walk and 3 hits. Did not have it today, and Jenna Yaklich into pitch for the Spartans. Yaklich, the senior. The senior from Lyman, Colorado. This season, 3.59 ERA, 0-1, making her 18th appearance. She contributed to 3 shutouts. 25 in the 3rd inning. She struck out 14 of her 14 runs. 13 have been earned. So Yaklich on the pitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
For the Spartans in a tough spot here. Bases are loaded, nobody out. Case Western Reserve, 8-2 lead over Chicago in game number 2. So Layla Sims to the plate. Sims, the powered threat for Chicago, had a home run in game number 1. Has more home runs than all of her teammates combined. With 4 this season. Sims today, or in this game, she's 1 for 2. First pitch from Yaklich is low in the dirt for a ball. It's 1-0. Yaklich looking to stop the bleeding here. Spartans still with a 6-run lead, so no real danger of losing it yet. That pitch is over for a strike. It's 1-1. However, I'm sure Case Western Reserve is looking to end this game early, and now that is in jeopardy. Layla Sims at the plate, facing a 1-1 count. Bases are loaded. Fouls that one back. 1-2 now. So Yaklich, the senior, in the circle. Material Science and Engineering major from Colorado. A 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3, and that's a big out for the Spartans. Sims goes down looking. Out number 1 here in the 5th. Strikeout number 1 for Yaklich on batter number 1. Sinai to the plate now. Ava Sinai. 0 for 1 officially with a run scored and a walk. First pitch to her. Over for a strike. It's 0-1. Sinai, a senior, potentially playing in her last game for Marion Station, PA. The 0-1 fouls that one into the Chicago dugout. It's 0-2. She was an academic all-district selection last season. 2 years ago was NFCA All-America Scholar Athlete. She's a public policy and sociology major. Also volunteers and does tutoring at UC. That pitch thought about swinging at, but took it for a ball. It's 1-2. Bases still loaded. 1 out now for Chicago in the top of the 5th inning. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3 again as Yaklich hits the outside corner. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for the senior as Case Western Reserve is looking to escape danger here in the 5th.
Now batting, number 25, Tori Hughes.
Tori Hughes to the plate. Hughes looking for her second hit today. She's 1 for 2 with the strikeout. First pitch to her. Grounded up the third base line, but foul. Be a masterful job by Jenna Yaklich, who came in bases loaded, nobody out. Struck out in the first 2 batters she faced. The 0-1 to Hughes. Off speed and high for a ball. It's 1-1. For the Maroons, Hoy is on first. The pinch runner, Leach, is on second. Grounded to the shortstop, Potts, and she mishandles it. So an error on Karen Potts will keep the inning alive and let a run score. Rare miscue by the first-year shortstop as a run will score unearned. Everyone else moves up a base. So bases remain loaded, but with 2 outs. That run will be charged to Def Misra, but unearned. So Jensen to the plate now. Anna Jensen. 0 for 1 with a run scored. She's hit by a pitch. Also committed an error. Ball in the dirt. It's low. It's a 1-1. Two down. Bases still loaded for Chicago. 8-3 is our score. 2 runs across as that pitch on the outside corner for a strike. It's 1-2. It still bothers me that pitch has been called a strike all day, all game. We're in the 5th inning, and hitters still aren't swinging at it. Yaklich with 2 strikeouts looking. As her 1-2 offering. Grounded to the second baseman, Gross. Throws it over to first, and that'll retire the side. So the Maroons score twice. They cut into the deficit. However, Case Western Reserve still leads. It's 8-3 Spartans as we head into the bottom of the 5th. Some changes for the Maroons here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Bottom of the 5th inning for your Spartans.
Nicole Wong will stay in to pitch.
Barry.
Wong, who pitch hit for the starter, Romanchik, and give run to score in the last inning. Number 15, Mia Bosian, will come on for Tori Hughes behind the plate. And Biz Berry will foul off a pitch. 0-1. And number 16, Natalie Anton, re-entered, but playing second base. That pitch in the dirt. It's a ball, 1-1. Playing second base will be Katie Bannister, I believe. No, she's playing first base. My apologies. That pitch a strike. It's 1-2 now. So yeah, it's Bannister at first for Alina Yazek. 1-2 pitch from Barry, grounded back to the pitcher. Wong will throw it over to first, and both of the new players record an out there. 1-3 if you're scoring at home. Bella Russo up to the plate. Russo, who in her last at bat, singled up the middle to get that fourth inning, started for the Spartans. First pitch to her, fouls it off. 0-1. Some more about Nicole Wong. Wong in the circle now. 4-1. This is her 12th appearance. She's got a 2.87 ERA in 31 2/3 innings, now 32 full innings. And that pitch is fouled off for a ball. It's 0-2. She has 15 strikeouts. 16 runs allowed, 13 earned, 31 hits, a 248 batting average against. That was just her that was her first at bat of the season in the top half of this inning. And that pitch outside for a ball. She was going for that outside corner, but she missed. It's now 1-2. So Russo at the plate, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Spartans lead 8-3. Russo grounds out one to the shortstop. Sure-handed there. Throw over to first. Out number 2. Murphy over to Bannister. So 2 quick outs as we'll have a pinch hitter here for the Spartans. Hitting for Nutter, it'll be Kaylin Zuzai. So Zuzai to the plate, the freshman. From the Woodlands, Texas.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now batting for Case Western Reserve, number 29, Kaylin
Zuzai, who's mostly been a pinch hitter this year. This is her 19th game played. She's got 20 at-bats, only hitting 150, 3 hits this year. But of those 3 hits, 1's a double and 1's a home run. She's driven in 6 also. So Zuzai to the plate, 2 down, no one on. Looks at the first pitch and called a ball, to the disbelief of just about everyone here. So 1-0 the count on Zuzai as she pops that pitch up on the infield. Shortstop is under it, and that'll be out number 3. So Murphy will take the pop out as a 1-2-3 5th inning for Case Western Reserve. Head to the top of the 6th. Spartans still lead 8-3. Tilly Nelson to the plate for the Maroons here in the top of the 6th inning. Chicago looking to cut into their deficit again. She'll look at a ball. It's 1-0. Nelson did not hit in that last inning. The only Maroon that did not come to the plate as she swings at a pitch in the dirt. It's 1-1. Jenny Ocklich still in the circle, on for her 2nd inning of work. She got 2 strikeouts. Should have been out of the inning without allowing another run, but an error and then a ground out to escape damage. As there's a strike. So 1-2 the count on Tilly Nelson from Jenny Ocklich. There's a pitch low and outside for a ball. It's 2-2 now. Evens the count at 2. Spartans lead 8-3. They were up 8-1 heading into the 5th. Maroons scored twice in that inning to cut into the deficit. They still trail 5 and looking for more runs as Nelson pitches for a pitch in the dirt and manages to foul it off. Clouds are darkening here, hoping the rain holds off. We're in the 6th inning of game number 2. That pitch in the dirt for a ball runs the count full, 3-2. Game number 1, after starting on time, was delayed about an hour in the middle of it due to rain and lightning in the area. The full count offering. Grounded through the left side. That's a base hit. So Tilly Nelson on with a single. First hit allowed by Ocklich. And number 20, Nicole Wong, will come back to the plate.
Number 20, Nicole Wong.
Wong, who came in the last inning, she pinch hit from Romanchik, walked in her only plate appearance. So I'm sorry, she does not have an official at-bat yet this season. She then pitched the bottom half of the inning. Perfect inning for Wong. That pitch, a ball. It's 0-1. So Nelson's on first. Wong at the plate. Nelson not a threat to steal. It's just 2 for 2. Stolen base attempts, as that'll be a ball. It's 2-0. Wong this season at the plate, she's scored twice and walked now twice. So she's a perfect 1,000 on base percentage. She's also 6 for 8 on stolen base attempts. And that pitch is over for a strike. It's 1-2. 2-1. Sorry. She runs up. She's a slapper hitter from the left-handed hitter's batter's box. The 2-1 pitch to her. Low for ball. It's now 3-1. Chicago once again looking to cut into that deficit. They're down 5 here in the 6th. 3-1, and that's called a strike. Runs the count full, 3-2. As Wong was looking for her 3rd walk of the season. So a full count now. Ocklich in the circle, looking for strikeout number 3 today. The payoff, grounded through the right side. Durham with the play at first, and she gets Wong. So that'll be a ground out 9-3. Wong is out on a hard hit ball through the right side, and Durham playing close enough, able to throw her out at first. Nelson did move to second on that. So Nelson stands at second with now 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Maddie Murphy to the plate. She looks at a strike. It's 0-1. Murphy in the last inning singled. In the 5th inning, Chicago went walk, single, single, single to drive in a run. That pitch in the dirt for a ball. It's 1-1. And then Jenny Oklich came in, struck out the next two batters looking, and then another run scored on an error. Maroons looking for run number 4 here in this game. They trail 8-3. The 1-1 pitch. Swung and missed. Yaklich went off speed. Murphy unable to make contact, so it's now 1-2. The 1-2 home. Fouled back. Still 1-2. Here it is again. That one's lined up the right field line and foul. Still 1-2. Murphy able to foul off a couple of good pitches here. She looks to stay in the at-bat. Here's the 1-2 pitch again. And she lines that one just past the glove of Karen Potts. That'll get into center field for a base hit. Rounding third and coming home is Nelson. So Nelson will score an RBI hit for Maddie Murphy. The throw was cut off by Bella Russo. She was able to keep Murphy to a single. But Nelson scores run number 4 for the Maroons.
Now batting, number 16, Natalie Anton.
Natalie Anton to the plate. Anton, who singled in the last inning and then was pinch run for. Steps to the plate with Murphy on first and 1 out. Score is now 8-4 Chicago, or Case Western Reserve. That pitch is high for a ball, 1-0. That pitch grounded to Gross. Gross will tag the runner, or attempt to tag the runner at least. She'll still get the out at second. They had the out on the tag. So 2 outs now, as Anton will reach on a fielder's choice. Gross was going to tag the runner, Murphy. The first base umpire signaled out and then signaled that she was out of the base path. Apologies. And just to complete the play anyway, Kai threw it over to Karen Potts to make sure of the out.
Number 14, Audrey Hoy.
So Audrey Hoy to the plate now with 2 outs and a runner still at first. First pitch she sees, grounds that one. Barry cuts in front of Potts and makes the play. So first pitch swinging by Hoy, she grounds out, and that'll end the inning. But Chicago adds 1 more. They still trail 8-4. Caitlin Lamb to the plate to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning for the Spartans. As Otto Penikoff, public address announcer, just said verbatim. Why say different words when the Hall of Famer says them best? So Lamb to the plate. Case Western Reserve leads 8-4 as a chill is coming in the field now. Lamb faced Nicole Wong, who's in her 2nd inning of work. She had a perfect bottom of the 5th. Next pitch is a ball low. Counts even at 1. That pitch outside for a ball, 2-1. So Lamb at the plate. Takes a pitch inside for a ball. It's 3-1. Lamb at the plate, 1 for 2 with a strikeout. She singled in the 5-run 4th as that pitch on the outside corner runs the count full, 3-2. Full count pitch. Driven right back to Wong, and she makes the play. She's in perfect position there to field it. Almost an afterthought. The glove was right in position to field the ball. So a quick out here. Runs to Kella Jagoda, the number 8 hitter in this lineup. Jagoda today 1 for 2. Grounds the first pitch to the shortstop, mishandles it, throws on to first. Good recovery there, and that's 1 pitch, 1 out. So Nyla Durham now to the plate with the bases empty and 2 outs. Durham today 1 for 1, drove in a run with a hit by pitch, and also scored twice today. First pitch to her on the outside corner for a strike. Long's done a good job in relief of the starter, Delaney Romanchik. 0-1, low for a ball, 1-1. Popped up, past Wong, fielded by the shortstop, and in time to get Durham, who doesn't believe it. She was running down the first baseline, thought she could beat it out, but that'll be out number 3 as we head to the top of the 7th. Case Western Reserve 3 outs away from sweeping this doubleheader. New catcher for the Spartans here in the road half of the 7th inning. Abby Rizutko behind the plate. The senior from Hudson, Ohio. Walsh Jesuit grad. The actually contingency from Hudson is here today. From Hudson U softball.
Leading off the top of the 7th for Chicago, number 21, Leah Sims.
Lila Sims to the plate. Sims struck out looking in her last at bat. 1 for 3 today. Layla, home run in game 1, single in game 2. Pitch low for a ball. It's 2-0. Case Western Reserve won the first game 4-2 on an excellent pitching performance from Lexi Miskey and 3 runs batted in. That pitch called a strike. Sorry, 2 runs batted in from Biz Berry in that first game. The 2-1 in the dirt for a ball, 3-1. Grounded just foul past the third base bag. Runs the count full, 3-2. Jenny Ocklich, who came in to this game, she's allowed 1 run. It was earned. And that pitch fouled back. Count remains full, 3-2. Payoff pitch one more time. Grounded up left side over the glove of Bisberry, and that'll be a base hit. So a hit for Sims. She's on again. And Ava Sinai to the plate. Sinai also struck out looking in her last at-bat. This is the second time through the order for Yaklich.
Number 32, Ava Sinai.
Sinai 0 for 2 today with a walk and a run scored. Sims is on first, a threat to steal. This first pitch is high for a ball to 1-0. First pitch, Sims is off, throw down, and she's out. That's Abby Rizutko to Karen Potts, catches Sims stealing. And the crowd goes wild for the senior from Hudson. 1 down now. I believe that pitch was a strike. It's 1-1. So a 1-1 count, bases empty, 1 out. Grounder to Kaya Gross. She fields it and throws it over to first. That's out number 2. So the last hope for the Maroons is number 15, Mia Bosian. Bosian, who came on earlier as a defensive replacement.
Number 15, Mia Bosian.
Bosian will take a strike. It's 0-1. Game number 1. Bosian was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. This is her first plate appearance today in this game. The 0-1 outside for a ball, 1-1. Yaklich on here. 1-1. At the letter is a ball. Maybe a touch inside as well. It's 2-1. 2-1 pitch. That's outside for a ball again. 3-1. Ball 4. There's a walk. Sabosian on with a walk keeps this game alive. We're going to have, looks like not a pinch hitter as Anna Jensen will step up to the plate, but a pinch runner. It'll be number 8, Claire Fortier.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
So Fortier running at first. She had 2 steals in the first game. Set the program record for stolen bases for Chicago. We'll see what she does here with 2 outs in the 7th. So Jansen at the dish. Mizuko's already thrown out 1 base stealer, but not the program record holder. So we'll see what she does here. I just said that. First pitch down, not going. It's called a strike. It's 0-1. Bluff attempt there from Fortier. Is a perfect 27 for 27 as the rain starts to come down. Pitch out here. That's a strike. And Fortier is on with another steal. So 0-2 on the count on Jansen. The Spartans 1 strike away. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Grounded to Kai Gross. Gross collects it, throws it on to first, and that'll be the ball game.
Final score, Case Western Reserve 8, Chicago 4.
So Case Western Reserve will end the regular season with a doubleheader sweep of the University of Chicago, taking the first game 4-2 and the second game 8-4. Spartans will end the regular season with a record of 34-6. They'll learn their postseason opponents on Monday in an NCAA selection show starting at 11 a.m. Spartans will likely be playing on Thursday at a location and time to be determined. The Maroons will end the regular season with a record of 25-10. I've been Eddie Karakis. Thank you for joining me today, and we'll see you next time.